Well, good afternoon from the States, my Twitch fans, and those who will be watching this on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Flying with Mike. Hey, and those who still are at the expo, boy, I'm jealous. I wish I was there. But, that's how life can be sometimes. I'm hoping wherever it is next year, I hope to attend. Lo and behold, looking at the list you're voting on, they actually have a location in St. Louis. Lo and behold, where I am. So who knows what has been voted on. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest to make it next year, um, barring anything over the top. So, but anyway, we are out for an amazing race today. If those of you checked Discord, yeah, we're going to continue our series we've been doing, recapping where this year's TV series, The Amazing Race, traveled to. Now, we obviously can't show the fun part where they do the challenges, and there were some pretty fun ones to watch. But we can take you to those locations. So strap in, buckle up. I'm pretty sure they didn't fly in Ryanair over to Naples. However, that's the chariot we'll be using. Ryanair's Zibo 737. Actually, if memory serves, this actually comes with the Zibo. Several other airlines included, but I believe this was one of them that was included. And you know what? Hang on just a second. I forgot all of my refreshments in the galley. Stand by. Let me go get those. Oh my goodness. Sorry for that, folks. I just looked down and went, I left my refreshments in the galley and went, oh. I had like three other things all at the same time going on, so okay, a little defense there, but I'll be honest, if my head wasn't screwed onto my body, oh wait, there it is on the tarmac, way back there. No, I'd be even worse lost than I am now. Anyway, welcome aboard. Like I said, this will be we're just doing the flight from destination to destination that they did this season. We are on from Sofia, Bulgaria, where we are at right now, headed for Naples, Italy. So, and I know I never tell y'all where we're headed next, and the next one's kind of a fun place too. So we'll keep that one hidden until we fly it. But yeah, I like doing these at once. Gives me some ideas of where to fly, because it does get tough. I try not to repeat often. I mean, when you fly for a virtual American Airlines or a specific airline, yeah, you're gonna end up repeating just because that's just the way it is. So, but anyway, let's crawl up in the cockpit here and get this thing going. Again, this is Zibo. Believe it or not, because of the way the San Diego flight went, we are going to do something real quick here, and that is calibrate the joysticks. I recommend this now just about every flight. That's it really just was so loose. I couldn't believe what the heck had gone on with my sticks that I have here. And so when I flew the 767, we did this on air too. And believe it or not, I felt like I had more control of the plane than I did with Zibo. That just could be the way Zibo, or not Zibo, level up. My apologies, Zibo. That was a level up we flew. Just going through each axis, getting everything squared away and centered. Why is that not centering? Okay, I think everything looks good. Next, and we'll be calibrated. I really recommend this now. Just about every flight. I wanted to do it off air. Guess what? I forgot, among many things. Like I told you, you could see my head somewhere out there on the tarmac, not in the plane. All right, so this is Zibo. Now, those of you that have watched Flying with Mike for quite a bit know I think this is better than PMDG. Now, I flew the PMDG 737 in FSX. So, yes, I'm comparing it back a little bit, but I'm here to tell you, folks, this is an outstanding representation of the 737-800. Again, above PMDG. The other outstanding feature of this plane is the fact it is a free mod for the 737-800 default that comes with X-Plane 12. You're not paying for an expensive simulator to start with and then paying more on top of that to get this product. And that's the part I love. Now, it may only be the 737-800. But to me, that's the only one I truly like. Now, I'll fly the 700 with Southwest, but that you have to do and level up. And there actually is a little issues with that aircraft. That is not Zibo, but you can mod Zibo into it. And I've had some issues, especially with the 900. So when I stick with Zibo, things seem to go really, really well. And that's what we're doing today as we head to Naples. All right, so without further delay, we're going to get this plane rolling. Just kind of follow along. I know you're not going to see, hang on a second. There's something that's going to bug me the whole flight. Stand by. Wing lights. Nope, that one. Is that the right one? Yes. Okay, if you want the 4 switches here for your landing lights, which I like because most of the 7.3s have that, go to halogen. Then the only thing you got to do next is go back one more time and save. I just don't personally like 2 switches. I like the underbelly, the whole setup, the 7.3. They used to have them in the outer pylons. If you looked under the wings, they'd pop out of there and adjust as the flaps came down. It's pretty cool. I like that. Wish they'd kind of go back to some of that. Oh, well, Boeing, they don't talk to us. All right, so let's we'll get to that in due time. All right, let's get this plane going. I'll kind of talk a little bit about what we're doing, but we're going to be moving pretty fast. So we're going to hit the flight recorder up here, put it in test. I find it still amazing with Boeing that they keep probably one of the more important warnings to stall, especially after an A330-200 stalled and over the Atlantic crashed, and the flight crew didn't know or appeared to not know. Let me rephrase that. Appeared to not be responding properly. All right, 3 gear down, showing green, service phone, dome light off, engine reversers off, EECs, engine, electric engine controllers or electronic engine controllers on, devices checked, ELT armed, and we're going to alignment. Now, if you move the display selector to heading status, it's going to tell you how many minutes. Okay, we've got it in a line. Go to nav. All right, now we'll just move down the line here real quick. Cabin utility on, IFE pass on, equipment cooling normal, and fuel pumps off over here on the air side. Trim airs on, recirculating fans in auto, packs auto, isolation on, not auto, and currently engine bleeds on and APU off. Today's flight, which we'll get to in just a few minutes, is 32,000 feet. And I believe we're going to be close to zero in Naples. Oh, actually, I lied. 300. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, also for this flight, we have a lot of ATC up, so which you'd expect at this hour of the day here in the United States, because over there, it is kind of their evening now, pushing, getting later and later. Currently, the earliest it could be there is 8 o'clock in the evening, but it's beginning to push a lot closer to midnight in many places, depending on their time zones. So, all right, so everything's set. Fuel pumps are off, flaps we show off, and the electric pumps are off. Let's get down here and begin the basics. Okay, we basically are making sure our model, our expiration on our nav data, which for us is July 9, about a week and a half out. And then we can go to posit, put in where we are. L, is it B? Yeah, B, S, F. And by the way, I like this airport. And then we go to the next page. I put the GPS in. Today is the 29th. And boom. Route in LIRN. I just fill out the top half. We'll be back here in a moment. All right. And with that, we have the aircraft readied. So when the alignment occurs while we're in the next segment, we won't be in any problems. Okay. So let's head over there, get this started. And that is at the EFB. However, I like to start off with Sim Toolkit. Go through the flight real quick, rough, quick, down and dirty, be done with it. Okay, so you can see what I mean. We have Bulgaria center approach and Sofia tower. Nothing in between till we get over here to Italy, and then on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, we don't have any ATC, where Naples is. Also, we may not, well, for one, we are not using runway 24 or 27 in Sofia because the winds are actually favoring runway 9, and ATC has it set for that. We'll show that in a minute. Naples, same thing. We're not going to come in the way you see it there for 2-4. We're going to actually come in on runway 6, most likely. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So when you look here and see on under LBSF, Naples 2T, well, we're going to do the 2S, Sierra, to NAPET, and then tank, then the rest of that's good, and then the same will change over here. 9 will be our departure runway, 6 most likely the arrival. Okay, so for today, 30,000 pounds of payload, 0 fuel weight at about 125,000, block fuel 16,300 pounds. In this aircraft, that's what they're going to be. In other aircraft, we get the chance to manipulate, and it may or may not translate out to those numbers. However, all the planes, if we have passengers, they'll be what they say. For this flight, 150 passengers. And again, we've talked about the changes that might occur in the route. 27 for the cost index, 32,000 feet. All right, weather. Sofia does have an ATC. However, just so you know, the winds are 040 at 7, hence why runway 9 is an excellent choice by VATSIM. As you can tell, ILS Zulu in use, runway 9. Now, the transition level looks like 12,000, so I'm writing that down. And Oscar at the touchdown zone, 110 at 6, which is fine. No sky condition. And by the way, yes, we have altered the time. Instead of when I fired the sim up at like 8 o'clock in the evening, we're going to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning. One, puts the sun at our back, thank goodness. And 2, I prefer flying daytime, and it's strictly for you all. Nighttime's actually easier to find airports sometimes. However, daytime, when we do exterior shots, you can actually see the plane. All right, moving on to, oh, by the way, it's a comfortable 77 degrees here in Bulgaria. Over in Italy, currently almost 90 degrees. Winds, as you can see, are seriously favoring runway 6. 060 at 10. Clear visibility okay, and like I said, almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you in Europe, that would be our freezing point. 32 degrees. Funny story, won't go into it with it. Nothing significant there. So again, everything looks really good. Let me just get VATSIM booted here. Although I'm not going to come online just yet. I like to be when I'm in Europe, I like to be almost ready to push back. However, and I also do what I recommend. Make sure nobody's in my spot before coming online. 75 AK. Oh, I got to go in and update a little bit, but that's okay. I have most of it here. Okay, file it. And get rid of that, and we'll get rid of Sim Toolkit. So, oh, and centered, see what I mean? We're starting to get later and later and later in the evening. So things are going to be coming down here real soon. Over here, whoa. Looks like there might actually be a rain shower here. Uh-oh, I think an airplane's in our spot. So, with that in mind, I'm going to wait and come online, double check later. All right, so with all of that now loaded in, we're going to come over here on the EFB, click airside service, click the triangle-ish, and load, then verify. Oh yeah, we got one more thing to fix. That's what I get for not checking everything out. General, pounds. Sorry. It's so much easier for me if I keep it. Save, yes. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Oh, much better. Had some, when I drove the truck, metrics killed me not killed me, but oh my gosh, could have put me in jail for a while. So because of the fact that kilograms, what, 1.6? It's close to 2, almost doubling the weight of our weights. And I had a bad load where it was in kilograms and not pounds. The sad thing was it was pretty deep in the Baltimore, not deep in the United States, but far, far, far away from metrics. And whew, thankfully that got changed. All right, real quick verification: 150 for passengers, 125,043, and fuel looks good. No cargo. Activate. Here comes the jetway. You can see right behind it. And by the way, what happens here is not controlled by me. There's a lot of things about to start, like baggage, fuel, possibly caterers. I don't know. Let's just take a quick look again outside. And then up here in the top, you see the buses. Well, they're not going to be coming. There comes the fuel truck. And when he hooks up, hopefully we'll hear it. Doors opening.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
That's something for some reason missing in my level up. Let's just bounce one more time outside. There's the cargo guys, and they may actually have caterers come in too. So anyway, some nice cheesy graphics, but hey, it's great. So let's do what we got to do. Okay, we're aligned, as you can tell. Come up here. You can tell we're aligned up here. I'm going to just get that knocked out, come down here. We left off with the FMS. Hang on, anything else we need to get? Isolation valve bleeds. Nope, we're all set, ready to go. Okay, here's the meat and potatoes, if you will. First, I want to switch into plan. And let's bump up 20. Yeah, let's do that. All right, why I did that, those of you familiar with 737s will be able to step through the flight here in a minute. Let's request a flight plan. And it's going to come back and say, do you accept, or something to that effect, acknowledge, and then execute. If you're not seeing anything going on, or you're like, what the heck's going on? Always look for load and the execute button. May even ask you to activate execute. All right, so Ryanair 5472. And our winds are in, but they are controlled by SimBrief. So we may or may not get winds to download when we go into Naples. We'll try, but you never know. All right. Now, just like anything else, Go to the next page, and there's your route. Okay, so we'll go back to route. Now, let's go to departure arrival. Now, technically, it is already in there, but I am going to do real quick is let's bring in charts. Okay. Now, did I save what I was working on? Okay, flights. And do the same thing here. Now, I'm not so worried about coordinates here. So you can see our amended route, what it's going to be. It's basically fly to the east, turn to the southwest. Pretty simple. Okay, here we go. Here's the ATIS. So one more time, we're looking runway 9, transition level 12,000. Flocks of birds, may or may not see them. Laser activity reported. Oh, great. Feel sorry for you guys with kids playing with lasers. 110 at 6. So yeah, runway 9 is an excellent tool, and we'll be flying on Oscar. Okay, so what that brought us up to here is our departure. It looks like this. So first, over here, we're going to change it to runway 9, and then we're going to just follow out the NAPET to Sierra departure. Our big thing is to be why below 10,000. That's weird. I saw 11,000 somewhere in here on the other direction. So some pretty good terrain nearby. So hopefully things will work out. You can see the old route there. Okay.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Oh, good deal. Stand by. Let's pop up top. Put that on. Okay. All right, and the APU is firing up. What I'm doing is getting the APU on so we can get the cabin to the right temperatures, so our passengers who will be allowing to board here soon will be comfortable. Come back. All right, as you can see, we're going to have to turn the no smoking switch to either on or auto for that to occur. When the blue light comes on above it, boom, the APU is ready to go. Bleed. Up to APU gen and go ahead and board. All right, and we're going to get back down to what we were doing. Okay, so we're going to switch to runway 9. Execute. Clear. We are going to fly the NAPE to Sierra. And that goes out to NAPET, which starts our flight anyway. Perfect. Now, let's go to legs. And we're just going to watch to make sure nothing goes weird up here. And don't do it that way. Sorry. Use the step key. Okay, so... Okay, that all looked good. And it'll be a second call for that. All right, so NAPET to Latini. I'm just making sure Sin, DOBAR, PAPIZ, and then okay, so everything's looking good so far. Dugas, EKTOL. All right. Currently, we're going to leave this setup as is. Who knows? Maybe they're working off a TAF I haven't read. So we're going to plan to come in at Bento and make our choice in route. Okay. So legs. All right, so we're back. Let me get this one set real quick. All right. Okay, we're getting 2 steps closer. Oh, I think everything has come down here. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, it has. Okay. All right, so let's just, I want to check. Still someone in my stand. Okay. If someone was out, I was going to get in there real quick. All right. Well, we're not going to rush or anything to get on. Why? Because if we move, we got to go through all these steps again. All right. Next up, let's go back to route. And we're going to perfit. Click request for your perfit. And all it's going to do is just pop. You have to click load and that'll be it. It's got the proper transition level. And you won't have to accept anything except check things out. .3 is good. 0 fuel weight. Oh, I always forget where that's hiding. There it is. 125. They got us at .0. I'm going to get it correct. 125.3. All right. Reserve. Okay, I use what it takes to get to my alternate, which is 3,800 pounds, 3.8, and my reserve, which is 3,500, 45 minutes. So 3.5 plus 3.8, 7.3. Okay, next up, 32,000. Yes, it says we can go to 38, but for some reason, them wascally dispatchers are telling us to go to 32 only. I think they're punishing us. Nah, good guys. All right, and there's our cruise wind. Temperatures, we're not going to mess. Transition level should be 12,000. And then we go to N1. And I got to go to SimBrief, takeoff to runway 9, calculate. All right, we're going to go with TO1 and 44 degrees. Wait a minute. and let it catch up because it'll put your climb to 2. Go to takeoff, CG, next page, and runway wind, we're showing 140, diagonal 7. Runway slope, where's some toolkit? Down is 0.1. And I screwed it up. Hang on. And 089. If you do what I just did, put just the slope in and hit enter and forget to do the diagonal 0, just do it and put it in then. Okay, everything else looks good. Go back to the first page. Well, that was weird. Anyway, we're going out of here, flaps 5. All right, and one 148, 151, and 156. Now, why the difference? SimBrief, with their performance page, increased the speeds for improved climb limits. You could take what it came up with. Won't hurt you, but that's the reason. All right, QRH off. We're set, ready to go almost. 166. We said 089. 32. 32. Flight directors on. Fuel flow switch. Reset it, and we're ready to go. We're just waiting on them. All right, so we'll come over here, set our minimums for takeoff.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all calls.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good evening.
Okay, 1018 set. And we're ready to go.
Are handled first on either side of
Folks
the
from
aircraft.
the cockpit like to welcome you on
Mind that the
board.
overhead bin space is shared space.
We're ready up
The bin
front.
directly above
Everybody's
your
closed
seat is
up
already
outside.
full. Go ahead,
We're just
utilize
waiting
the
now. Control
Bag,
should be
laptop
underway.
bag, backpack.
It's our pleasure
Go
having you
ahead.
on board.
That was my bad. All right, come over here. First off.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, where is this center at? I guess not ours? Well, we'll find out. All right, if y'all are ready to go, I certainly am. Hang on a second.
Sofia traffic with Fermata 4687 on the ILS approach runway 09er.
Okay, start levers cut off, brake set. Okay, and put this to legs. Thrust reverser stowed, yaw damper on. Okay, pushback, put B on. Fuel pumps on. Packs completely off. Position light on already. Collision light on. Throttle off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Sofia traffic with Fermata 4687 landing runway 09er.
Okay, we're spooling. And we got a good light off. All right.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, now I have unmuted from Discord. So those of you that would like to join on voice, it is an option for you. Ooh, bad attitude in with a news flash. Get to it in just a second. Either that's on, either that's
Tow
not,
is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
that looked like
and signal will be on the
very
right.
long.
We'll
Okay,
see you next
not
time
so
and
long.
have a great flight.
Thanks for the pushback. Those new to X-Plane, that is a free utility. It's much better than doing it default, and that's why they call it better pushback. Very simple to install, and it is updatable, so they update it from time to time. What they need to update, I don't know, but I mean, it's great. There's the pins. So now we're on. Okay, let's get this plane taxiing. So engine one's okay. Up here, we'll get the gens are on. Hydraulic pump on. Lost my place. We'll go to Gen 1. Dump-a-dump-a-dump. PAPIZ.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Anti-ice packs on. Isolation valve auto. And the bleed is off for the EPU as well as the APU. All right, down here, flaps. To 5 taxi lights. And before we go, auto brake reject. Position lights, landing lights will extend at the runway. And let's see where we stand down here. Last thing I like to do before we come out of the gate, go to status. Okay. Helps to unmute Discord to the stream. Oh, we got somebody taxiing in, so hang on. And Sofia traffic, Ryanair 50. Ryanair, oop, doggone it. Yeah, sorry about that. Ryanair 5472 will be taxiing to runway 9 after this aircraft parks or goes where they're going. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're flying in the States or Europe, you can't make anyone happy. I could have just started taxiing. Anyway, we're on our way. Nice little chuckle. It's my idea of a wing waggle on the ground. Well, hopefully when that gentleman flies in the States, he'll use CTAF instead of Unicom. Anyway, we are on our way. Gonna just click and back to where I need to go. I probably could have used the long parallel up there, which was an old runway. But, you know, I like just stay on the taxiways. That way I don't get critiqued on that too, if y'all didn't see that on the screen. I think we'll just taxi straight for runway 9 and boogly woogly out of here. Speaking of which, let's get the... Oh, geez, it's still a little on the squirrely side, but... oh. Okay, weather radar on. Terrain on. Tra on. And I think we're ready for takeoff. No, we're not. Auto throttle on. LNAV, VNAV. Ryanair 5472 departing runway 9. Okay, let's get our lights. How about that? Somebody decided to come in and not announce. I wonder if he'll say anything about that. All right, we'll be nice and wait for him. seconds.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. $400. $1,000.
All right, we're out of there. Oh, man. All right, let's, after takeoff checks, start switches to auto brakes off, landing gears off, and at 10,000, the rest get turned off. Okay. All right, so we are climbing almost through 10,000 feet. Let's just take a look at Ryanair out here. Airport somewhere out in the distance there. Oh, I see it barely. But yeah, there you have it, Ryanair. Okay, folks, just having a little fun, putting a clip out there of the flight. Hope you all are enjoying it. I know it's just been wing views right now as we push through Bulgaria. Are we going to be in that center? Oops, still not looking like it. Okay. All right, so we are, well, let's just get back in the cockpit and find out where we're at. Okay, got that set. Give you an idea, just under or just over 50 minutes from Naples. Now we do have a center to travel through. At this moment it is Brindisi radar, Brindisi. Not sure how it's pronounced, so I'll just call it center or radar. And we should be there shortly. And then it's Naples, here we come. And I think I'm the only inbound flight at this time. But as you can, looking at the map here in VATSIM land, guess what? They're slowly falling off because it is, like I said, most places in Europe are at or approaching midnight. So yeah, and most people probably work tomorrow, so yeah, kind of tells you what. Now, if we were to turn the table and look to the US, things are going to slowly begin to ramp up, not only in the Northeast where the FS Expo is wrapping up, but throughout the country, because now we're getting into our evening hours here as well. Give it about another hour or two. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed the FS Expo, those that could make it here in North America and from abroad. I'm sure some of you all crossed a pond to get here. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, I am trying my hardest to next year make it. I don't, wherever it's at, all the destinations look great. So I'm not putting a vote in. So wherever you all think it ought to go, that's where I'm headed, even if it's in my own backyard. So, which I kind of shocked when I looked at that post a little closer and went, whoa. So, and St. Louis wouldn't be a bad place for it, especially where the venue is. So I look forward, maybe it will come here, who knows. But I'll go. Minneapolis looked good. St. Louis looks good. Vegas, who doesn't want to go to Vegas? Okay, in July or June, July, maybe not. Last time I was there, 115 degrees every day. Ouch. Just a big ouch. And at night, it cracked me up. We were 115 degrees by day. Now, those of us from most normal climates, not desert-like climates, we would expect to just fall off into the 90s. The humidity still just broiling us. Out there, they had heaters on. It actually was starting to get chilly at 80 and 90 degrees without any humidity. It was actually, no wonder the heaters came on. I was kind of shocked. But then I remembered it from many years ago when, it gets chilly out there at night when you don't have any blanket of clouds above you and all of that. So, hey, wherever y'all want to go, I'm really trying to make it. So, we'll find out here soon. There'll be a post. But to those that did attend, I hope you got a lot out of it. Hope those that got the test ride, the upcoming updates were as we're just amazed by it, because I'm gonna be when that comes out, and I've got, my guess, a lot of learning. All right, we just leveled off at our cruise altitude.
Moving up Cape a little closer. Meanwhile, please sit back, relax, enjoy the trip with us.
Sometimes that's automatic, and I wasn't sure if it had kicked in. So, but hey, I hope y'all are enjoying. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to smash the follow button. Sorry, I caught a comment here that I wanted to see. We'd love to have you join us. It's free, and it just costs an email if you have notifications on. If you're watching this on YouTube, we would love for you to smash the subscribe and the like button if you do like what you're hearing and seeing. That way we know you're liking our content on YouTube. One quick note about YouTube. Because on the second flight Friday, the events that occurred here in the house with the dogs and all, if you haven't, you won't see it on YouTube. I have decided not to post it to YouTube. It just, in a family environment, we don't need to air that out. So unfortunately, for the next couple of days ahead, it'll still be on Twitch, and then it'll trickle off. Yeah, it was definitely a serious event here, and almost terminated the stream right there, but I decided let's push on to get my mind off it. Kinda sorta helped, but kinda sorta didn't, and that's why I just told, I mean, yes, the landing was rough, and I don't even know if Virtual American has even looked at the pending review on it, but hey, that's not why I chose not to. It was because that opening content with what happened here with we were watching a dog, and our dog got into it, and that just, I don't need to have that on the air. So, with all of that, we are on our way out to Naples. Now, let's get back to the reason for this flight. A couple of reasons. One, it's always fun to fly. But the main reason, there is a TV show here that me and my wife love to watch when it comes out every year. Mostly, I think, every year. Called The Amazing Race. It's on CBS. You probably can find it on a streaming network out there. But it takes a group of people in teams. They come in and they race around the world. Basically from destination, then they do some things at that destination, and it may last 2 weeks for us. Who knows for them? But anyway, and then they move on. Well, we're doing the taking them from destination to destination to destination until they get to the final. So right now we're in the middle of it. We came into Sofia from Dubai, which that was actually a fun episode to watch. Episodes too. Then they got to Sofia. 2 episodes there, and by the way, Bulgaria was a place they hadn't been to, so we picked it up and we're just flying along. We flew from Hong Kong to Osaka, and then we took 2 flights to get from Osaka down to Bali, and then we took 2 or 3 flights from Bali to Dubai, 1 flight into Sofia, and we're now headed to Naples. So it's just something fun for me, and it gives us usually some different places than where we usually fly into. And that's what I like looking for. And then it allows me not only during the race to kind of look up, things about Bulgaria that I didn't know, which I knew nothing about that country, and so forth, wherever we're headed. So it was really, I like what the race does, and then I like to be able to fly it out. So, like I said, the race is over. I'm not giving anything away. Matter of fact, I could. But they had some amazing challenges to do on these legs. And, oh yeah, a lot of people, to their interest, some and many really loved. That's how you got to kind of look at the race. I know some people get wrapped up that you could win $1 million. But you know what? And me and my wife have already said, if for some strange reason we ever put our name in the hat and they chose it, we'd be out probably by episode 2. But if by the grace of God we got further along, we would just enjoy each place the race goes. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime chance to see Hong Kong, Osaka, Bali, Indonesia. How many of us are ever going to want to see Bali, Indonesia? Looks pretty cool. Dubai. Okay, that one possible, but still unlikely. Bulgaria. Now, if you're in the military, yeah, you could possibly see Naples. And the upcoming locations. But up until that point, there's a good chance you won't. And that's what's so cool. Now, the military members get a chance to, say they get into Japan, and they could day trip or take a trip to Osaka. They're sure not going to get down to Bali. If they do, okay. Power to them. And so forth. Dubai, possibly. But really, you're just never going to see some of these places. And that's why we just enjoy it. I mean, it just looks amazing. And that's why they call it the Amazing Race. So, anyway, that's where I got the idea to do this. We actually have a now running playlist on YouTube where we've flown, if you want to go back and look at it. And we try to use larger aircraft on it. Now, I have thrown the A321 in a couple times. One, because I was amazed it could fly, and somebody told me the range on that thing, and my jaw just dropped. It was just, I was like, what? So the XLR, I think it is, and man, like a 10-hour range on it. I'm like, holy crap. So that's where the idea for this came from. So, and I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, we got about 30-40 minutes to go, and we'll be approaching Naples. We probably will be switching the runway that we have shown, only because the winds are really favoring it. I'm going to see if by chance, yep, no ATC. Matter of fact, let's go ahead, get ready for 124-750 in case they ping us here. Okay, got that tiled in, and I hope you enjoy the flight. So, be right back with y'all. We have a new person in the house today and tomorrow. Our 4-year-old or soon to be 4-year-old granddaughter. So I will be right back in just a moment, and we'll begin setting up for the arrival.
Traffic Turkish 1015, taxiing to holding point runway 01. Over traffic Turkish 1015, lining up and departing runway 01.
All right, back with y'all. Just got caught up on the swimming event that she was with, Nana. Had fun swimming and all. So anyway, let's get this flight ready for arrival, shall we? All right, first off, let me punch progress. 8.1. What did I say? Oh, we're fine now. Got into the winds and that helped. All right. So, real quick before we get into it, let's take a look here with charts. Let's take a look at the charts. All right, so we're getting ready to get to PAPIZ, and that'll happen in about 50 miles. And then we traverse over to, where do we exit? EKTOL? Is that where we come off that? And that'll be one of our potential arrivals, okay? Now, you can see here on there, double check, yep. The red tailwind, meaning we have a tailwind of 7 knots. Let me just see if anyone else is, nope, nobody else playing out of there. Okay. So right now the winds are 070 at 7 kVOC, which means clear visibility, okay, 31 degrees Celsius, and everything looks good there. No significant weather to worry about. Okay, plus no ATC at Naples. Now we got to pass through it. Not worried about that right now. All right, so I am going to go ahead and make the command captain decision. We're going to change over to runway 6. Here's the potential approaches. We got an EKTOL 1C or D. So let's look at each one. See if we have any restrictions. Okay, that looks possible. Let's look at D. Takes us north of the airport. So we can either, I'm just going to take the south one. See how the difference? So that's what we'll do. EKTOL 1 Charlie. All right, now when we look at the chart, it lined us up for it. Now we're looking at Oliva, so let's go to the approaches now. We have an ILS Yankee or Zulu. Again, we can look at them. Oliva, that looks good. What about Zulu? No. Yes. We'll go with us. Yankee. And again, it filled it in. So, as we reach EKTOL, we'll actually still be in the center. But then we're headed into our arrival here at Naples. Okay, real quick for the briefing. Okay, we're on the EKTOL 1 Charlie. So across this is your routing and altitudes we need to be at as we approach the airport. Okay, to Oliva. Over here are any restrictions like turboprop only, turbojet only. None of that here, but be careful because if ATC were to pop up, oh, we got to switch it to this one. What? Yeah. All right. Now, let's go to the all-important all right, so here's the ILS, your frequencies across the top, if any come up in Naples. But the line we're worried about is the second line of the briefing strip. There's our localizer. Also on the chart, where are you? Oh, there it is. 110.15, approach course 051. What's the number 1 for? Hang on. Oh, or higher straight in minimums. Okay. I saw it on the graphic. I needed to know. By NPC 7.3. NPC being our localizer, how far out we are, is roughly 7 miles out, 8 miles from the actual VOR at the airport. Minimums for the flight, 395 feet above the ground. MSL will be 680. And the airport itself is 285 feet above sea level. Missed approach out to Sorrento. Now, one thing I like about a lot of European charts is it recommends your altitudes in as you stair step into the airport. Basically, it's in case you lose your glide slope. So you have 2,500 feet at 6, 520. You see how it's telling, and those are MSL. All right, so that's what you're seeing here. Our approach today will probably be about 140, so around 800, 860 feet a minute for our descent, and it's no time. So high ALS for the approach, which we won't really need, PAPIZ on both sides, and for the airport, for us to be able to come in, we do not have a category 2 or 3 approach, so we can't technically throw an auto land at it. In the flight sim world, you can do whatever you want, but we need at least 400 004 in the METARs on the clouds, broken or overcast. If it's below that, we have to go to our alternate. But right now, we have no troubles in the world. Also, the RVR is 1,400 meters or higher. And once we're on the ground, we're planning to go to spot 15. So we'll be coming in runway 6. So wherever we end up getting off at, I'm hoping here at, that doesn't really say, but I'm hoping right up here, 3/4. Oh, whoa, we got a displace threshold. We may be getting off closer to Echo down here instead of... Oh, I see. Delta Echo, got it. So, anyway, that's our game plan. Come back to apron 1. There you have it. Now let's put it in over here. Before we get on top of it. By the way, we could get pinged. We're about to cross PAPIZ. Okay, I'm going to do what I'm doing right now so I don't forget. All right, there he is. Now let's get him real quick and then I'll get up to it. Radar, Ryanair 5472 with you, flight level 320.
And 5472, good day, squawk 1000, proceed direct EKTOL.
Direct EKTOL and 1000 on the transponder, Ryanair 5472. Don't understand why they want us on 1000. Never have, never will. Hang on.
And 5472, clear EKTOL 1 Charlie, runway 06.
That wasn't for me because I didn't catch.
5472, clear the EKTOL 1 Charlie arrival, runway 06.
Okay. And Ryanair copies cleared the EKTOL 1C arrival for runway 6.
Correct. Radar 37 Fox Alpha, descend level 340.
Flight level 340, 37 Fox Alpha.
37 Fox Alpha, correct. Runway is offline, monitor Unicorn, have a good day.
Unicorn 1 to the decimal 0, thank you for your service.
Hang on, I want to make sure, one, we're not spinning out of control. We're not. All right, so EKTOL RN 591 ASVP ETAS ACOT RN 544-539-534 Euclif RM 418 to Oliva. Okay, and it looks like we're good. I haven't been told to descend, however, let's get this set up. 051. ILS 1015. $10.95. Interesting. Not sure why that's doing that. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Huh. Really bizarre. Okay, well, I don't like normally setting them like that, but oh well. 51. One 1015. Okay, so we're set up for the approach. All right, just to give you an idea, we're the triangle out here, headed to EKTOL instead of these fixes. And there's our arrival. Now, EKTOL, you didn't catch that. We got to be between 12 and 17,000, or wherever he tells us to be, because that's where we leave his airspace. Then at or above 11,000, working our way down. We don't have a hard fix on this one. Huh.
Revisi radar, ciao Malpi, Giorgio for 40 months in Monto Volga, Flight 340.
Buonasera, Malpi 225, Brin is identified, squawk 4454, and proceed direct element.
Squawk 445 for proceed direct element, Malpi 25.
All right.
225.
Confirm squawk 4454.
Confirm 4454, Malpi 225.
Folks, we should be getting close to top of descent here in just a couple minutes. As we come along the coast of Italy. Top of descent is really close. So I hope you've all had a great weekend, especially those of you in Providence at the FS Expo. Hope you all enjoyed. I don't know how long it runs today, but I look forward. I am trying my hardest to make it next year, no matter where it's at. I know I saw Minneapolis, Vegas, Providence again, and St. Louis on the list, so which would be my backyard. But you know, I'm really hoping to get out there next year, God willing. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope those of you out there that did visit the X-Plane booth enjoyed the upcoming releases for the X-Plane 12. I would have loved to have seen this upcoming radar update, but I'm just tickled it's finally coming. And oh, Bad Attitude came in with some news that I totally just now remembered. Holy mackerel. Hang on, he's one that comes in. His post on the Discord channel for Flying with Mike, who's excited about the upcoming TOLUS release. Okay, I added a few words in there. A320ceo. That's the okay, you got the Neo out there right now. That's the bigger, more fuel efficient aircraft. Well, they're gonna go ahead and put the CEO conventional, the way it, you know, the way it started. And rumor out there, and I think that was Godspeed that brought us that, TOLUS is gonna stick with the Airbuses. Flight Factor is gonna stick with the Boeings that they've done and will do. So we'll kind of see how that works out. So, but we're real close to top of descent, and should be getting a call for that from center here in a moment. Be right back.
Radar, hello, Boeing 50 Lima Foxtrot, flight level 360, inbound Proton.
Boeing 50 Lima Fox, identified in Chessbook, 4432.
Squawk 4432, Boeing 50 Lima Foxtrot.
All right, hopefully I didn't miss center. Sorry about that. The boss had instructions for us. They take precedence, believe me. But anyway, yeah, that's the big announcement. TOLUS to release an A320ceo. That will be cool. You've flown the Neo, wow. Also, yeah, we'll just go from there. Hopefully, that means they'll do the 350 as well. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I guess we're going to have to... And center, I hope I didn't miss it, but Ryanair 5472, we're approaching top of descent.
472, no problem, descent level 160.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the altitude for 5472.
We descend level 160.
Ah, there we go. Thank you. Copy, Ryan 5472 down to flight level 160. And hate to bother you, but do I just go with the charts transition level for Naples?
Ferma, Rest runway will be on Unicom.
Copy. We'll be on Unicom at that point. We'll go by the chart. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
You're back and chimed in late. All right, so we're going to plan. It looks like transition level here is 8,000 feet. Okay, so we're supposed to be descending, so let's make that happen. Go to descent.
Process the landing, so.
Descent. Now execute. Forecast request. Let's see if we're gonna get anything from SemBrief today. Usually don't. Nope, no wind data. I'd like to know what TOLUS uses, because I always get descent information from them. Oh, Mount Vesuvius. Wasn't that the one that just erupted? I didn't realize that was right here in Naples. Huh, just looking at my chart here. Oh, I know why I came here. 12 to 17.
I'm really starting to love this plane.
Which plane is, oh, the A340?
Yeah. A340-600.
Nice. Yeah, if you didn't hear, TOLUS is bringing out the A320 CEO, not the along with the Neo. So, those of us that fly Allegiant is one of the airlines that run strictly on the older engines. Yeah, American Airlines. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I also heard that they're going to go to Microsoft.
Who is?
TOLUS.
I haven't heard that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they're going to team up with Aerosoft or something.
This is the last time a company did that. They never came back.
I agree. I don't like it as much as you do, but I guess people are going where the money's at. I hope that they don't actually like go over there. I just hope that, you know, they're just like helping them work on a project to bring, because I heard they're like bringing them an A340-600 over there to X-Plane.
Oh, wow.
Or to Microsoft.
Yeah, Center Ryanair 5472's going over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Mark B225, bring it.
Mark B25.
25 and closing. You can monitor Unicom on south.
Unicom 1 is connected.
Trying to make sure that was who we wanted me.
Waiting for 0 Lima Fox, also for you, Unicom. Have a good day.
Ryanair 5472 over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC.
Have a good day, Ryanair 5472.
Okay. Now we're... Oh, he just went offline. That's why. All right. We got speed restrictions, I'm sure, on this. Oh, not yet. Yeah, that's a shame.
So does that mean you have nobody in VATSIM right now?
No controllers, not for me. Oh, hang on. I text my wife something I was hearing. Kind of skittish after what's happened. Oh, just swinging. Okay. After what happened last week, I'm real skittish with our grandkids around and our dog. Here comes the Manny. Gave us 100 bits. We sure appreciate you. I turned the alerts off and I need to turn them back on. Doggone it. There we go. Thank you, sir. We sure appreciate the chipping in there to help us out. We sure appreciate that. All right, we're on our own, so 11,000.
Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
They may have
Barely cab for arrival.
All right, time to put in your predictions if you have any. Okay, I don't have the speed breakout, so we're doing good. Okay, that's 8,000 there.
Is it exclamation point predict or landing?
Exclamation mark predict.
I don't know why my day go through then.
I will take a look. I got 260 out of you. We had that trouble one other time. I wonder if it has to be lowercase. There, it went through. Our other granddaughter is here now. Of course, free food. No. Sorry, couldn't resist. All right, so we're down 250. ETAs is when we'll slow to 220 and then begin slowing up for approach. All right. All right, we are very close. Hang on a second, just waiting for that to happen, and that. And let me take a look at our final approach. Actually, we're in a good profile right now. Okay. So, again, for those of you attending the FS Expo or have attended it, I hope you enjoyed. Like I keep saying, I hope to make next year's, be it here in St. Louis, Providence, Las Vegas, Minneapolis, wherever they hold it, I hope to be able to make it, God willing. So it should be a blast. I'm looking, if I can, looking real forward to what's coming out over the next year. But again, hope y'all enjoyed, and the rest of us, I hope y'all have had a fairly decent weekend. Yeah, I know, tomorrow got to get back at the grindstone, but I hope you've enjoyed. It's been pretty decent here. We've had some storms and expecting more tonight and tomorrow, but overall it's been a pretty decent weekend here in St. Oh, whoa, did somebody come up? Ground. How about that? What is ground frequency gonna be? 121.9. Oh, 121.9. Now, the early warning that I got that somebody was up, if you've got the charts program, I noticed the arrival came up. It doesn't, runway 6 is in use. Well, we're already through transition. 1016 though. All right, so that's how I knew. It's a great program to have. It truly is. Gives you a lot of information. It's well worth the subscription price. Okay, everything looks good. Here we go. Let's get this thing slowing to 210. Gonna drop one a little bit closer in range. Looks like we may be the only one. Matt Air. Matt saying he hoped he to come this year, but no such luck. Yeah, I already knew I couldn't because of being out of work so long. But I'm really hoping that next year, no matter where it's at, Vegas, Minneapolis, Providence, or in my backyard, St. Louis, I hope to make it. I really took aback when I saw that. Okay, we got an 11,000 foot runway, I believe. I take that back, 8,600 foot runway. Oh, okay, let's definitely do let me run sim briefs landing performance on it. now runway 6, 7,300 usable. Flaps 30, calculating. Yeah, we got plenty of room there. Flaps 30. Can we do another brake setting? Okay, max auto.
But I know that probably won't happen.
What's not gonna happen?
Oh, the expo. I wish I would come to the the Air Force Museum or something, or somewhere to write that. But I know that probably won't happen.
You never know. Write it in. Won't happen next year, but maybe the next time they'll think about it. Or Columbus or Cincinnati.
Or somewhere in Chicago. Like, even if it was like
I
Chicago,
think they've been there.
They have?
I think.
1,000 to go.
Okay, hang on a second here. ILS set. All right, let's go to approach. Okay, we're 27 miles out. So we're not going to instantly slow this thing. We're going to get down to 4,000 and bring this thing in. I've never done max on the auto brake, so let's see what that's like. All right, I don't see a runway out there.
Yep, you definitely can't land this plane like a Civic. I was way too fast, off center. Still managed to get a minus 332 landing though.
There you go. All right,
I
we're
don't think that's bad for an A346 landing.
Nah. Nope. You might have spilled the coffee on the missus back there, but you know, hey. Shouldn't have had her drink anyway. All right. We are... Hang on a second. Let me just look. They're saying 143. SimBrief is saying 147. Wait a minute. Maybe I misread. The app. That's why. Not VREF. Okay, so 150. All right, so we're about to start in. I still do not see this runway. Oh, now I do. Not from this view, but...
Is there a way to turn down these wipers in the Taurus?
What do you mean, turn them down?
Like the volume?
Oh, you'd have to look in the whatever they have for a menu for it and see if there's a volume. I don't think mine does.
Would it be like the internal volume?
I would just play with them and see what happens. Okay, we're 13 miles out. Let's get the gear down. Flaps are now 20. We're going to go ahead, get fully established. Flaps set, and I still don't see a runway. I thought I did. Is this displaced? I think it is. I think I see it way out in the distance. I was wrong thinking it was right in the front of the nose. We haven't even caught the glide slope yet. Okay, glide slope, and let's arm spoilers. All right, we are just about to the end of this flight. Got about 9 to go, and welcome aboard. Flight from Sofia, Bulgaria to Naples, Italy. Real world flight actually is a Ryanair flight, but this is in conjunction with our amazing race playlist following the TV series The Amazing Race. We're going from destination to destination. It kind of makes it kind of fun to find places to fly to. Because I'd have never gone to Sofia. I'd never even heard of it. So that was kind of fun. But the runway is in the distance, and I swear this looks like it's displaced.
Second flight that I've done with this plane.
Second flight.
2500.
Yep. With this plane.
Nice. So when are you going to stream it?
That's funny.
What's so funny? I didn't think I cracked a good joke on that one.
You know you did. pretty sure I came in on the right one way with the grades. I think it was runway 10.
Naples traffic, Ryanair 5472, 3 mile final, runway 9. Okay, got the runway. Yeah, we are a little bit of a displaced or a displaced localizer. That's kind of wild. Nothing in the notes about that.
Approaching minimums.
Oh yeah, much better feel to this than the San Diego flight.
400. 300.
Landing.
200.
Tank rate. Tank rate.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Knots.
I'll be honest, that's the first time I've landed with max braking. Didn't seem much different. Naples traffic, Ryanair 5472 coming off at Echo. Naples ground, Ryanair 5472 off runway 6 at Echo for gate 15.
Ryanair 5472, good evening to you. So, taxi to stand, if you want to stand 55 via Eco Tango Sierra.
Okay, we can take stand 55.
Because in Naples there isn't a stand 50.
The hell's 50?
If you want, there is a stand 51, if you prefer.
I just couldn't find 50 on my chart. 51 will work too. Oh, just give me clearance, please.
So, Ryanair 5472, taxi to stand 51, via Tango Sierra, Romeo.
Via Tango Sierra, Ryanair 5472.
Thank you for flying. Good night, sir.
Have a good one yourself. don't even know where 50 is. It's kind of funny. They skipped it. All right, let's get all these lights off. I've flown in here a few times with the sim. That was, I don't know why, I guess I've always come in on runway 24. Just didn't realize there was a displacement on that. And I can see kind of why that hill out there. But still, you would have that on your charts, you would think. Oh, I see what we're doing. I'm gonna park facing the runway. Okay, now things make a little more sense. Just a little, not much. I don't even know where Tango Sierra is.
Ground of Consider Zibo 2024, information Bravo requesting our fractions to Naples-Capodichino. Ciao Italo, 2024, clear to final destination, Zibo 7 Golf departure, runway 06, initial climb 6 feet, scope 1000. Zibo 2024 is good to the registry Pro 7 Golf departure, runway 6, initial climb 6000, scope 1000. Italo 2024, read back correct. Pretty ground, Zibo 224. Anywhere we can get the Zibo 7 hotel departure? Italo 2024, standby, sorry.
was so high and I dope bombed.
Did ya? All right, folks, sorry for the quietness, waiting for him to tell me you're going to the wrong place. I did it right, I guess. I thought I had my flaps up. Let's see. Up, missed it by one. Double check. Parking brake is set. Auto brakes are off. Radars are off. Final trim setting is 4 in this plane. Okay, and get on the generator.
Zibo 2024, so you are clear to Zibo 7 Hotel departure. Clear to Zibo 7 Hotel departure, Italia 2024, grazie mille. Grazie a te.
All right, let's go here, go here, go here. All right, first thing, oh yeah, we want to go here. Let's get those chocks in. Oh, I have penalties. Oh, well. All right, let's go here, airside, and... Oh, still got my beacon on. There we go. The buses will be here in a moment. All right, welcome to Naples. Fun flight. Fun flight indeed. Hang on while I'm thinking about it. There's the buses. Okay, so let me get to this, see how we did. Bear with me, I'm first checking with the airline. Okay, according to them, 517 feet a minute? That sure didn't seem that hard. Dang. Huh. Not sure why. Okay, well, let's take a look and see how badly... Holy mackerel. Let me get this overlay out of here. They're going to be saying about the same thing. We're going to have to look at this. What the heck? Oh, I know what it did. All right, there's Elevatech. There's where we were and how we got out of there. Take off our direct to EKTOL and then in 518 at 130 knots. Wow. Yeah, let's complete the flight. Not going to change anything. Wow, that was a hard landing. All right, well, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles in more ways than one. Let's get some toolkit up, which was even harder on us, as you'll see. 598 at 129. Boy, I did not think we came in that rough. Okay, just waiting for the details. We already know this part of it, but this is the part I also know I was left of the center line by about 19 feet. Yeah, we got just past the, that's a good part of it. Boy, wow. Huh. Very interesting. All right, well, that is how it is, folks. Where, you know, we'll just have to try to learn from it and do better next time. Wow, we have had a series of rough landings here. Hopefully we can break that cycle with tomorrow's flight, which I don't know yet what it'll be. So, but anyway, you know what? Hang on. Let me get rid of this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be locked. All right. Getting everything pulled away here. The reason I do that, we flew this out once. We actually, I don't think it was with this one, but I do believe it was with the 767. The doors were open. One of the planes, oh, the 747, the doors and all were open. So I kind of make sure we're clear. Get off ATC so we don't upset them, as you saw that A321 pushing back. And I'm going to close a few things here. And we're going to go look at this flight because I really want to see it. guess, yeah, it might have been a little rough. Alright, I guess we'll agree to disagree a lot with it. See, you know, we'll make it look good here. Hang on a second. Really? Okay, that was kind of useless. Huh. Oh well. Well, folks, that'll be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and kill this. And hope you all have the rest of your weekend well. And for now, we're going to sign off. Hope you enjoy. And we'll be back at it tomorrow, hopefully close to 1400 Zulu. Which is about 10 o'clock my time here in the central U.S. time zone. Not sure yet what we're going to fly, but I hope you'll be here. God bless you all, and those at the Flight Expo, enjoy your journeys home. Talk to you all later. Have a great night. God bless.